Yeah. Yeah. We'll have a workshop for all the zombie stuff. All right. Anything else on the zombie walk?
There you go.
Yes, as a zombie American, I just want to say that that's the same day as the bankers thing. Can we just have zombies all day at the banker thing?
There we
Zombie thing?
go.
I got a big
Yay!
zombie sign. We're ready to zombie this out.
You're on top of it. Together.
And I want to help work on this flyer for that zombie thing. So
All
whoever
right.
wants to do that.
If anybody wants to put flyers together for the zombie thing, banker thing, please go to him. All right, moving on. Anonymous banking withdrawal is November 5th. Anonymous has already said that if you wanted to start doing it already, feel free. And finally, Crime Think. Who brought that up?
I did. Saturday at noon, this Saturday, the 22nd at noon, at the Southwest Workers Union, Crime Think will be doing a seminar talking about. Let me read what it says. For those of y'all who don't know what Crime Think is, they're an organization that promotes awareness of what's going on and ways to fight capitalism in the 21st century. So it says, subjects covered will be the ways capitalism has changed, new forms of resistance, and how to formulate anti-capitalist strategies in the 21st century. Crime Think is a good organization. Some people don't like them, but it'd be worth checking out. Southwest Workers Union at noon Saturday.
That's the venue, Southwest.
Southwest Workers Union.
Yes, that's on
Saturday.
Commerce.
All right. Are there any positive things to be said right now? Anybody?
I love you.
Yeah. One at a time. No, I'm just kidding.
We've had. I'm Kirk. I'm one of the medics. We've had less than 10 people. Keep it up. Thank you. So.
There's
a lot of people here.
Jacket.
And I just want to thank everybody who's new here, and also that there's a lot of freaking people here because I've been here for 12 days, and this
Most
is a lot of
definitely.
This
freaking
is a
people.
lot of people.
I'll be around.
We just went to a public showing of Inside Job, which was so I either wanted to throw up or just came right back here. I'm really excited about it. But I found someone with a projector screen. We can project it into a giant blanket and perhaps organize a showing of it this weekend because it's so informative. It will blow your mind, but it is so good to watch.
Education!
So,
Yay!
Yay!
Brian. What?
No, are y'all wrapping up, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna be over here with the drums.
Drum circle.
Meditating.
After this. Anything else?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Austin Crew, Austin Occupiers, who came down.
Woo!
Checked it out. Thank you guys. Much love.
Part of that Austin crew. Can I meet with you guys quick after this?
Yes, of course. And all the committee members, can you please stand up? Or identify yourself. I'm creative committee. Peace legal.
Peacekeeping.
Welcoming.
Media, Megan.
I'm working on the live stream as you're doing this, so I'm running back and forth.
Hey, Megan, it just said something about the battery.
Okay.
I'm also part of media and transportation. And right before we start this jump circle, Jamie wants to read something to us. Donnie might actually read it. Well, Donnie, whoever, just do it quick. Can I?
While they're doing that,
Yeah.
I think you were first.
Just real quick, a bunch of us are really happy with San Antonio. We came out here from Austin. I'm the legal magnet, and we have media here. We have, I forget. We do everything, pretty much. It's not really
You
one
guys staying
set
the night
thing.
or what?
We have problems to get back to. Gotta solve.
Okay.
Yeah, we
Of
have-
course.
We're really happy at San Antonio, just staying together and keep it up.
Thank you,
Occupy.
Austin.
Quick question: Is it illegal to canvass neighborhoods? Is it illegal to canvass neighborhoods, meaning going knocking on people's
Oh,
doors?
you have to talk to legal.
Is there anyone from legal here
Yeah,
that can
where'd
quickly
he
answer
go?
that?
Nikolai. Yeah, just meet with him after this.
I wanted to say, like, if, say, like, the cops really come down hard on you guys and they want you guys to leave or whatever the case may be, and something happens over here, call off parts of the police will create some expressions that it's not the end, that they can always go to Austin because there's showers and they can wash their clothes and a place to stay. So
Thank you, Austin. Thank you, Austin family. Yeah, moment of silence for our fallen soldier, Guy Fawkes. He passed away last night, warm and with love. It was our squirrel mascot. We found him in the park, and he passed away. Unfortunately, just everyone bow your heads for a moment, please. Thank you, Guy. You were little and amazing and beautiful, and you brought so many smiles to all of our faces, and we appreciate your life more than you will ever know, our little squirrely friend. We love you.
Just clarifying, Saturday noon crime think seminar, where?
Southwest Workers Union.
Southwest Workers
Commerce
Union.
and Pathways.
Alright.
Is that all? I think Johnny is going to read.
Okay. So, this is a letter, it says, Dear Occupiers, a letter from anarchists. Support and solidarity. This is going to take about 3 to 5 minutes. We're inspired by the occupations on Wall Street and elsewhere. Finally, people are taking to the streets again. The momentum around these actions has the potential to reinvigorate resistance. We hope these occupations will increase both in numbers and in substance, and we'll do our best to contribute to that. Occupation is nothing new. The land we stand on is already occupied territory. The nation-states of North America were founded upon the extermination of indigenous people and the colonization of their land, not to mention centuries of slavery and exploitation. For a counter-occupation to be meaningful, it has to begin from this history. Better yet, it should embrace the history of resistance extending from indigenous self-defense and slave revolt through the various workers and anti-war movements right up to the recent anti-globalization movement. The 99% is not one social body, but many. Some occupiers have presented a narrative in which the 99% is characterized as a homogeneous mass. The faces intended to represent ordinary people often look suspiciously like the predominantly white, law-abiding, middle-class citizens we're used to seeing on television programs, even though such people make up a minority of the general population. It's a mistake to whitewash over our diverse identities and experiences. Not everyone is waking up to the shittiness of capitalism for the first time now. Some populations have been targeted by the power structure for years or generations. Middle-class workers who are just now losing their social standing can learn a lot from those who have been on the receiving end of the domination of capital and the state for much longer. The problem isn't just a few bad apples. The crisis is not the result of the selfishness of a few investment bankers. It is the inevitable consequence of an economic system that rewards cutthroat competition at every level of society. Capitalism is not a static way of life, but a dynamic process that consumes everything, transforming the world into profit and wreckage. Now that everything has been fed into the fire, the system is collapsing, leaving even its former beneficiaries out in the cold. The answer is not to revert to some earlier stage of capitalism, to go back to the gold standard, for example. Not only is that impossible, those earlier stages didn't benefit from the 99% either. To get out of this mess, we'll have to rediscover other ways of relating to each other in the world around us. We'll have to put an end to the systems, identities, and relations imposed on all of us since birth, so that we can finally create our lives in the joyous, revolutionary possibilities that arise from continuous struggle against all forms of domination. Police can't be trusted. They may be ordinary workers, but their job is to protect the interests of the ruling class. As long as they remain employed as police, we can't count on them however friendly they might act. In fact, we'll have to be in conflict with them. Occupiers who don't know this already will learn it firsthand as soon as they threaten the imbalances of wealth and power our society is based on. Anyone who insists that the police exist to protect and serve the common people has probably lived a privileged life and an obedient one. In the same way, politicians, reformists, bureaucrats, and the enforcers of legalism can only be enemies to a struggle that seeks what power will never be able to give us, our lives. Don't fetishize obedience to the law. Law serves to protect the privileges of the wealthy and powerful. Obeying them is not necessarily ethical, and considering the context of why laws exist, it probably isn't. Slavery was legal. The Nazis had laws too. We have to develop the strength of conscience to do what we know is best, regardless of the laws created by our rulers and enforced on the rest of us. To have a diversity of participants in movement must make space for a diversity of tactics. It's controlling and self-important to think you know how everyone should act in pursuit of a better world. Denouncing others only equips the authorities to delegitimize